Sina Theil, what a joy it is to have you back in studio. It was a year ago you made your debut at the Motor City Irish Fest, and you were nice enough to come back. How was year two for you?
Thank you so much for having me, and thanks to Motor City Irish Fest for having me. Oh, it's such a pleasure. I'm just excited to be back here.
And we're sponsored by Culture Ireland.
Yes, I'm very fortunate.
Yep. So we're glad to have you. It sounds like your voice is a bit strained there from the weekend of singing.
Well, I'm still getting over a bit of a cold, but sure, that's one of the gifts that Ireland gives you. 4 seasons in a day. Sometimes it's one season too many.
Yeah. And plus, you're just back off of a 6-week Mediterranean tour on a cruise ship. And I know there's a lot of viruses and things that go on those cruise ships, plus the change in time zones, the change in weather. But let me tell you, you sounded amazing this weekend. Every set, 3 sets that I saw of you, top class as always. And I will tell you, I was with the Kilkennys today, all day, and I told them, Davey, nothing against you, Davey, but I think you found your new lead singer at the festival on Saturday. It was great to see you get up with the Kilkennys and do a couple of songs.
Oh, it was so much fun. I mean, it was great from the lads to call me up, and it was just so much fun to do a few songs together, and then at the end, kind of a song everybody. That's one of the great things about the festivals. It's just getting on stage with other musicians and having a laugh together and kind of meeting up, because we're all so busy, so we're all zooming around the world. And it's just great to kind of reunite and have a big party.
And where does your tour take you now after you leave Detroit?
So there's going to be a few more stops. We're heading to Indiana tomorrow, actually, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be in Chicago Gaelic Park Irish Fest as well. Not the Irish Fest, sorry, just Chicago Gaelic Park. And then also I'm in California.
The 15th anniversary edition of the Motor City Irish Fest is in the books. And we had an absolutely beautiful, beautiful weekend. A bit of haze from the Canadian wildfires. I was going to say California. I'm used to California being wildfires. The Canadian wildfires, and we had a bit of haze over the sunshine from the smoke from that. But other than that, there was not a drop of rain. Temperatures were in the 70s to near 80. It was just a fabulous weekend to perform. And I remember last year on Saturday we got, it was lashing rain, and it was absolutely crazy. But we had a beautiful weekend and great entertainment. Sina Theil, we were getting comments all over the place that you knocked it out of the park. It was just fabulous. We appreciate you coming back 2 years in a row. It's great to have you back here with all the success that you've had over the last couple of years. And I know you have some new projects coming up. We can't talk about those yet, but you do have some big stuff coming up, right?
I do, yeah, I do. Expected towards the end of the year. I mean, these things always, it's hard to predict timelines and things always happen. But anyway, that's what I'm working towards. So stay tuned, watch this space. But something very big is cooking, and it's simmering already. I've been working at it secretly and quietly since November last year. More or less. So yeah, it's coming, and I couldn't be more excited.
And this is going to be epic.
It will.
Yeah.
If I do say so myself.
Everybody is going to love what is happening. That's all I can say. So I'm sworn to secrecy. I heard a rumor someplace, but I got to keep that to myself. Yeah. But it's going to be. I can't wait. I can't wait to spin this new project when you get it up here when it's done.
Yeah, I mean, releasing new music, working on new projects, especially something like this. This has been a dream of mine for quite some time, and it's going to be very special.
Great stuff. Sina Theil live in the Irish Music Café studio here at the AOH. And tell us about your 6-week tour of the Mediterranean. You talked a little bit about stopping off in Spain, but what was that like playing? Basically, you were playing, 6 nights a week on this tour, on this cruise ship?
Yeah, it's kind of 7 nights a week pretty much. But then, the musical director, they try to they try to do as much as they can for everyone, and they try to, give you a night off kind of every so often. So no, it was fantastic. Huge thanks to Gary Parks Music as well. That's our agency, and we just had a fantastic experience. I mean, the ship, it was the Cunard Queen Victoria. The ship is amazing. I mean, just the hospitality. Everyone there just treats you with a smile, with such professionalism. Everyone works so hard, but yet they excel. It's what they call the White Star experience, and it really is an exceptional experience. Also for us musicians, I mean, we had a great experience. From the food to, the musical entertainment, to the dancing, the shows that are on the ship, the destinations we saw. I mean, it was just a fantastic experience that I can just really recommend, and that I can't wait to do again.
What were your set lists like? What type of music did you play? Was it Irish music? Or I know your roots come from other music other than Irish music, right? I mean, you fronted a hardcore band at one point.
Heavy rock.
Yeah, heavy rock. So, and you do a lot of you do some country and some folk. What kind of music were you singing and playing on the cruise?
It was mainly Irish music, so I was on as a kind of a female folk duo, which I loved as well. I just loved to play with another super, super talented artist as well. And we were singing mainly Irish folk songs, and, all the standards and all the ballads and all the sing-alongs, so it was a great atmosphere. And then also we'd dip a bit into country and dabble a bit on rock and roll and, take requests. So it was just really... a great variety kind of genres and mixed crowds, and it was just a very good atmosphere.
Great stuff. Tell us about your version of the Green and Red of Mayo, your duet with Chantal Padden, and the success that has had, and how did that particular song happen to be your one of your projects with another duet? How did you choose that song, and tell us about that process?
Oh, it's one of the ones that I'm proud of pretty much all of them, but I love this one as well. It was my third female collaboration that I've done of a well-known Irish song made famous by males. So first one I did was with Katrina O'Sullivan, The Fields of Athenry. Second one was with Maeve Walsh, Grace. And then this one from the Saw Doctors with Chantal Padden. And I've just been a massive fan of Chantal's forever. Since I had my own radio show, I used to spin her songs as well. And then I was thinking, what kind of song could I do? And she, of course, sprung to mind, being a Mayo woman, So I reached out to her, and she said yes straight away, which I was very nervous about asking her, because wow, what a voice she has. I mean, currently she's on tour with Lord of the Rings kind of around the world. It's so well deserved. She was in the live shows at The Voice UK. I mean, her voice is just off the charts, and as a person as well, she's just off the charts. I love her to bits. She's amazing. So to do a song with her was just incredible. And we went over to the Ivory Studios, Mark Cahill. I've done my previous songs with Glenn Flynn, who did an incredible job. And for this one, we went over to Mark, and he did such a big cinematic arrangement as well, which I love.
That's great stuff. How many hits on YouTube?
Oh, this one is getting close to 20,000, I think. It came out recently, so I'm very happy about that.
It's a recent release. It is. Well, let's have a listen. This is Sina Theil and Chantal Padden, and you guys will remember this one from the Saw Doctors, The Green and Red of Mayo.
Oh, the green and red of Mayo, I can see it still.
Sina Theil on the Irish Music Café. What a great version of the Green and Red of Mayo. Sina Theil, of course, on her tour of the United States, sponsored by Culture Ireland. Sina, tell us a little bit about Culture Ireland and how they come into sponsoring you and what that's all about.
Culture Ireland is a fantastic organisation that I owe a lot to, and I think many, many Irish musicians out there owe a lot to, because the way I see it is Culture Ireland allows us really to tour safely and tour with dignity. Touring is extremely expensive. I mean, if you're changing continents, like say for us to come over to the US, I mean, you're talking visas of several thousands of euros, and you haven't played a single note, you know, just to allow you to come into the country and work, you know. Flights, accommodations, food, travel, all sorts of things, you know, things that can happen on the road. What Culture Ireland does is they support artists, and it is very, very competitive. So I feel like it's one of the biggest achievements of my career, if not the biggest, to be supported by Culture Ireland, because it is so extremely competitive. The level is so high that really, for me, it is just such a stamp of approval. It's really such an honour that, you know, I deem to be worthy of representing Irish culture, heritage, music and history in the world. Really, Culture Ireland makes it possible for us to go out into the world, to travel, and again, to do it with dignity and safely, because if you had to lift the weight of everything yourself financially, right? So say as an artist, you had to pay the visa, you had to pay for the accommodation, you had to everything, and then, you know, you're in a different country, you're probably going to have to make some important cuts in order to somehow make it work financially, to break even, right? You're going to make some choices along the way that are probably not the safest, especially for a woman traveling alone, or women, or even, you know, even males. But you're probably going to have to make some choices just to save money, and you're probably going to make some choices that are not the safest in terms of cheaper accommodation. Then also in terms of food, you know, you're probably going to cut substantially, and you might be surviving on food that is just not good for your health, you know. So that's why I say that Culture Ireland allows artists to tour with dignity, because it allows you to make some safe choices, you know. It will allow you to, instead of staying in a bad area of town that is going to be unsafe, where something might happen to you, you can just kind of, you know, stay in a hotel on a safer side of town. You can, instead of walking to the venue late at night, maybe you're able to take a taxi. So really, I'm very grateful to Culture Ireland. I highly recommend to artists to apply for Culture Ireland funding, because it does really allow us to go out into the world and spread Irish culture, music and heritage, and to keep it alive.
But like you said, though, it's a very competitive market, very competitive to apply for that and to get the grants. I know the grant applications have increased significantly over the number of years, and there's a lot more artists applying for it. Not everybody gets approved, so the fact that you were approved for Culture Ireland again does speak high volumes for the respect that you have from the people at home in Ireland for the music that you produce and the culture that you share around the world.
Oh, to me, again, it's one of my proudest achievements to be supported by Culture Ireland, and I do my best to be worthy of that support, that being, you know, appearing on television shows like the other day on Fox 2 News Detroit, which was amazing. So thank you for facilitating that opportunity as well. Being on radio shows, you know, putting up stories and trying to just spread the word as much as I can. The Irish Music Magazine as well. I owe a massive thank you to Robert Houston and to the Irish Music Magazine for supporting not only myself, but Irish culture, heritage, music all over the world in an ongoing fashion.
Absolutely. And Irish Music Magazine is a great supporter of ours as well. They are the definitive voice of Irish music worldwide, and that's my go-to resource when I want to learn about new bands, new music. Irish radio doesn't play a lot of trad music, a lot of true Irish music. So to find out, to learn about new albums, new CDs, new bands that are coming out, new artists, that's where I go to find a lot of this information and book my interviews and my chats and find music to download or to purchase is Irish Music Magazine. So we highly recommend that. IrishMusicShopping.com is where you go to subscribe. You can also go to IrishMusicMagazine.com just to order back issues and to see what it's all about. But Irish Music Magazine is a great resource and great supporters of all things Irish like that.
Yeah, and I was very lucky to be on the cover of that as well. So I'd say if I collect a little bag of my proudest moments, I'd say being supported by Culture Ireland, appearing on the front cover of the Irish Music Magazine, and then having live at THD Galway my album and DVD broadcast on TG Cahir, so on Irish national television, and being part of one of the top picks for the day at the RTE television guide when it broadcasts. Those would be some of my top. And of course, my US Festival debut at Motor City Irish Fest.
There you go. And there's many more of those special moments to come for you, Sina. We'll chat more with Sina Theil in just a couple of minutes. All right, Sina Theil's been live in studio, and Sina has such a busy schedule. She has to leave the studio early today. Last year we had you all 2 hours and then after party and all. But you're busy now. You're off on your tour. Tell us about. You're also involved in Fitness Magazine and folks that don't know Sina Theil, I know when she was here last year, she was literally shopping at a nutrition store and buying supplements. And you take physical health and mental health. You take your health very seriously. You're one of the most physically fit. I don't think there'd be an ounce of fat anywhere on you. Tell us about the Irish Runner magazine and how you got connected with them and your affiliation with them.
Yeah, very proud to be a contributor to Irish Runner magazine, and also another initiative that is supported by Athletics Ireland, which is the Daily Mile. I'm very proud of that as well. And I released the song, actually, the Daily Mile theme song. So the Daily Mile, since I mentioned it now, it's as I said, it's an initiative promoted by Athletics Ireland, and it's for kids basically. So nowadays, it's obesity among children is on the rise. You know, between the tablets, the iPhones, and many other things. The junk food, exactly, thank you. It's become harder and harder for kids to stay healthy, and physical health is so linked to emotional health. I mean, there's so much research about the gut-brain connection, actually, for example. So your gut health, right, which is what you eat, basically, and your levels of stress and all these things, directly related to your brain and things like depression and all these kind of things. There is a direct link between that physical and that emotional health. And so with children, what the Daily Mile does is that the schools that sign up, they commit to getting the children out every single day for their daily mile. So which means that they'll run or they'll walk their daily mile, right? So they get out every single day. It has been researched that kids nowadays spend an average of 15 minutes outside a day. So, of course, that depends, you know, but that's a number that's out there. And the same is true for adults, and the same could be true for me sometimes. You know, you get caught up inside and you're working, and then the day is over. So the Daily Mile really is committed to getting kids that exercise that is necessary for mental and for physical health. So that's one of the things I'm involved in, and I'm very proud of that. And then, of course, the Irish Runner magazine as well, a great publication, one of the leading running magazines in Ireland. And they have a new podcast as well, and I'm hosting the podcast, or have been now for two seasons. And season 2, series 2 is out very, very soon. I've just recorded it with Jade, who's the founder of Growth. And Jade is an occupational therapist, and she has a background in behavioral psychology as well. And we had some really in-depth and really interesting conversations. So you can already listen to the previous seasons and previous series on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts by just searching Irish Runner Magazine podcast. But that new series, season 2, series 2, is going to be out very soon as well. So watch all the Irish Runner Magazine socials for that release.
Speaking of socials, you are massive on the social media. Unbelievable. I wish I was as creative as you are at marketing things, but tell us what your socials and how people can get connected with you and learn more about what you're doing and where you're going, where you'll be touring, and where they can buy your merchandise and your albums.
So basically, Sina Theil Music, and Sina, it's like Tina, but with an S, so S-I-N-A, and Theil is T-H-E-I-L. So Sina Theil Music everywhere, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube as well, Sina Theil Music. And then as well, I have a website, sinatheilmusic.com. and you can shop there for my albums and DVDs and t-shirts and whatnot. Actually, as soon as I get off the tour and I have a bit of time, the bracelets that my dad makes and the key rings and things like that, which very proudly I've seen many people wear during the festival and here in the studio as well, they're going to be on there as well. So yeah, people can find me on there, and I very, very much appreciate everyone's support. I mean, it's not easy being a full-time artist and a touring artist, recording artist. All these things are very expensive, especially nowadays when Spotify, is the main platform, and they pay 0.003 cents per stream. So basically, 1,000 streams would get you what, $3? Is that it?
Wow. Yeah.
I think so. Imagine if 1,000 people bought your album. The difference. That is just to give a bit of perspective. I'd say an album like Live at Teach to Galway would have a value of about 20 grand. And that would be, mates rates and, being lucky to know the right people and generous people that donate their time and their efforts. But you can imagine just how long it takes and how many streams it would take to make up just to break even on an album like that when a stream pays 0.003 cents and 1,000 streams would be $3.
And the sad part is that there's somebody getting rich off of all the artists' talents.
Oh yeah, someone's making money. It's just not the
It's
artist.
just not the artist.
And they have a new thing now, actually, which we got introduced this year, which is that below 1,000 streams, you don't make anything. Which I think it's just unfair. I mean, especially to artists that are starting out. I mean, 1,000 streams. If you think about 1,000 people listening to your song, like nowadays, that's just thrown away like it's nothing. But that's still a good amount of people, especially when you're starting out. So anyway, that's just you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, right? But that is especially why I so appreciate everyone's support, and I so appreciate everybody buying the albums. My album comes with a full integrated booklet. It's signed, and people also get a little download card. For those people that don't have a CD player anymore in their car, they'll get a little download card with the purchase where they can then stream or download the album online as well for free together with that physical copy.
Great stuff. Tell us about the song Girl Going Nowhere. You wrapped up your show on Saturday with this particular song. I absolutely love it. Tell us the story behind that.
I love it too. Written by Ashley McBride and Jeremy Bussey. And it's a song that really is... it's a testament to following your dreams. It's a testament to just keeping going. I mean, all of us at some point or another, we had a dream. Some people follow through, some people don't. But that dream is still there, and that dream is alive. And at my live shows, I like to say as well, if there's a dream in you that is waiting to be brought to life, that is waiting for that spark, to light up the flame, it's never too late. It really isn't. We tell ourselves all these things, and it's too late, I have too little money, I don't know what I'm doing. That was me at some point as well. I moved to Ireland with nothing. I had never played a professional gig in my life. I had never, I had no money. I hadn't got any Facebook or anything like that. No contacts. I literally knew 0 people in Ireland. But I had that dream, and I just thought, if I die without even giving it a shot, I'm gonna live with regret. And I think that's the worst thing. You can fail, and failure at the end of the day is just learning. But regret, I think, is the hardest poison that you can give yourself.
Powerful stuff. Sina Theil, we can't thank you enough for being part of the Motor City Irish Fest, number one. But second of all, taking time out of your busy tour schedule to always accommodate our request to come on the air for an interview, whether it's via phone or in studio. You always make time for us, and you rearrange your schedule a bit. And Pat Nee, your tour manager when you're on the road, is so great at being gracious. There he is sitting over there now, checking the sports scores and from Galway. And and by the way, Phil O'Dwyer messaged me, and he said, Your man from Galway, Pat Nee, was nice enough to give me the results of Cork Limerick on Saturday, so tell him thank you. And Phil O'Dwyer also said, Sina Theil is the best. So his message. But you're always so gracious with your time, and Pat is. I know he wants to get on the road, taking you to your next destination. But thank you so much for making our little radio show important enough to stop in and have a chat with us after performing and after singing your heart out for 3 days. We can't thank you enough. Thank you.
Well, I have to return all those thanks because, I mean, you guys have been supporting me for years now. And, yeah, you're the ones keeping the wheels spinning and, you know, giving artists like myself a platform. So I really, really so appreciate it. I must thank you, Pat, and everyone here in the studio today, and everyone who comes out to the live shows, everyone who attended Motor City Irish Fest. Really, thank you, because without you, we wouldn't be doing this. We couldn't be doing this. I always say, I'm just the machine. Everybody else is the fuel. And until then, keep well and sláinte.
Yes, and that was a great sláinte was when she did Railroad Mountain Dew, folks. If you've ever seen her do Railroad Mountain Dew live, it is a fun song, and I know that'll be recorded at some point. So we hope anyway.
Will we do it to play us out? Come down the mountain, Katie Daly. Come down from the mountain, Katie Dew. Can't you hear us calling, Katie Daly? We want to drink your Irish Mountain Dew. Sláinte!
There you go. That's what it is. So every time she says Mountain Dew, everybody's got to yell Sláinte, and we will have that. We'll be the first to give that a spin whenever you do record that. Sina Theil live in studio, folks. Big round of applause for Sina Theil. Yes. All right, here's that very powerful song that we were talking about, that Sina was talking about. This is Girl Going Nowhere. Have a listen.
Don't waste your life behind that guitar. You may get gone, but you won't get far.